A little clove of garlic I'm going to pop in there also. Depending on how potent a garlic flavor you're looking for, that can also make your decision as to how you're going to prepare your garlic. I don't want it heavily garlic, so I'm just going to make some slices as opposed to dicing. Garlic goes in there.
Smells delicious.
Yeah, doesn't it great? Doesn't it smell great? Gonna turn this down a touch. And I'm gonna go check my steaks. Be right back. All right, we made our nice little crisscrosses on our steaks. We've got them over there resting, waiting for the rest of our meal to come together. We're gonna check our pasta. I don't throw it at the wall or anything. I do it the old-fashioned way. Perfect, al dente. Just gonna take this and strain it. Never rinse your pasta. Right, Bob? You know that.
Starch in it.
Keep the starch in it and on it. And a lot of recipes you'll see call for a little bit of pasta water going back into the sauce to help it thicken and give it a little flavor. So we've got our puttanesca here. We've got the brown pancetta, little slices of garlic, fresh white onion. We're going to go low on that because that's all cooked through. We just really, everything else we're going to add to it doesn't really need to cook that much.
Now the pasta you're making, you don't use the raw egg in that. That's something. That's carbonara, right? This is puttanesca.
Carbonara, yes. So we've got some nice fresh tomatoes. We're going to dice some tomatoes.
You make it look so easy.
Well, all you need to do is do it for, I don't know, 20 years. I mean, I did grow up in the restaurant business, so.
And having a proper sharp knife too helps.
Having a proper sharp knife makes a huge difference. And there's lots of places out there that sharpen knives, so you can always get them sharpened. It's also good to have a good steel and learn how to use a steel. It takes a little practice, but it's well worth it. You don't have to have your knives sharpened as often. Whenever you're finished cutting something tough like onions or butternut squash or something like that, run your knife over a steel. The only catch is that you do have to run it over the steel properly, or you're really just defeating the purpose. Just going to set that aside for a moment while I prep the rest of this. We've got our chopped tomatoes. We've got some black and green olives. We're going to pit those.
I buy them already pitted.
Well, yes, I didn't have that luxury here today. So we're going to show you how to pit olives. Easiest way is, obviously there's olive pitters if you want to keep them intact. Since we're just going to be chopping these babies up, we just smash them. Take out the pits. I have both these black, I don't know if they're Niçoise. No, they're not Niçoise. We've got black and we've got some Queen stuffed olives, some regular martini olives.
I like martini olives.
Yeah. No, you like what martini olives go in. You don't care about the olives, pal.
I like the stuff with the garlic.
Yes. So we've got the black olives. We've got our Queen stuffed olives.
Dicing those up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little dice. And as you'll see, all my fingers are tucked back. This is something that takes lots of practice, but obviously well worth it, because I have not cut myself in quite some time.
I always have plenty of Band-Aids on one of my drawers in the kitchen. So you use the pimento too? the red part too.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's not going to do us any harm, really. So we're going to get this back on the heat. It's got our fresh plum tomatoes.
And you leave the seeds in and everything.
Yeah. Remember, we're talking quick and easy when you get home from
And it is a quick.
get home from work. Yeah. For you and your wife. I don't know how Ben and Hannah feel about pasta puttanesca, but we'll see.
Hannah helped me make pasta last night.
Oh, good. That's my son's claim to fame, is his pasta sauce.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What are you putting in there?
I've got a little bit of capers.
Wow,
Isn't that beautiful?
color's beautiful.
Yep. So we're going to let that cook a little bit more. Let those tomatoes start to lose some of their juices and soften up a little bit. There we go. And we'll be right back to put the final dish together. All right, so we're back. We're going to do the final preparation. We've got our Puttanesca sauce. Everything, all the stuff that's supposed to be brown is beautifully brown. Tomatoes are starting to give off their juices. We're going to do a little final touch of extra virgin olive oil to give the sauce a little body. We're going to do a taste test for seasoning. Something like this with all those olives and capers and stuff really shouldn't need any salt or pepper. But we're going to give it one taste.
Occupational hazard.
A little pepper.
Just a touch of pepper and just a touch of salt. Okay. So now we're all set. Got that in the pan. We're just going to bring our pasta over to the pan. My tongs. That's fine if it clumps together because we're gonna break it apart right in the pan. And those are the starches those starches allow the sauce to stick to the pasta. Exactly. We're just going to work this sauce right into it. Now, Matt was in the restaurant business, so he knows what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
What was the name of your restaurant, Matt?
It was called Indigo.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Virginia. And very similar in style to Bullfinch's.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as good though.
Well, what is?
Exactly. I'm only human.
What, did you work front of the house mostly?
I did. And that's what kept it open as long as it was, the fact that I was never in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That would have been quite a problem with that. Although it's one of the things that I admire most about your operation is how you balance both. You balance front of the house expertise and cooking in the kitchen as well.
Well, that's from
Big talent.
being there for years, but I think probably for yourself at Indigo, it was hard not to, if you are running a business, it's hard not to have a handle on everything.
Completely.
Whereas I have expertise. I was the chef at Bullfinch's for 12 years. Started out in front of the house, busboy, waiter, bartender, so I know both ends of it. Which makes it a lot easier to have your finger on the pulse.